It's time for Wisconsin race fans to gather round. Welcome to the Racing Roundup Show. Thanks for joining us for our 41st consecutive season. We are your destination for news and interviews from NASCAR, the Upper Midwest, and within the Wisconsin racing scene. The Racing Roundup Show is America's longest-running weekly motorsports show held in front of a live audience. You still have time to join the racing crowd for tonight's show. And now, here is the host of the Racing Roundup Show, Jim Trado.
Hey gang, how are you? Glad to have you with us on this Tuesday night. We're looking forward to seeing you join us here at Polly's Pub and Eatery. We got a really nice crowd. We're welcome to come to join us. There's a lot of reasons to come down. Some great giveaways after the program as well. On tonight's show, live from Polly's Pub and Eatery at 81st and Greenfield in West Dallas, we're live for the next 90 minutes. Come on down and join the racing crowd. Enjoy the show anytime on Facebook Live or on the YouTube channel we have set up through our website, racingroundupshow.com. On tonight's program, we're going to start things off by talking to Justin Peck, a full-timer on the High Limit Sprint Car Series. He just raced at Port Royal for $100,000. He's racing in Wisconsin next week, Tuesday and Wednesday. We'll talk to Justin Peck live via video here in just a few moments. A 14-year-old racer who said, I live in Georgia, but I want to go racing with the Midwest Truck Series. Yeah, we're going to talk to Austin Warner on his first travels through with 4 races in on the Midwest Truck Series season with Bryce Miller Motorsports. Bryce and his dad, Mark, are here, and Austin's got a lot to share with us in terms of his experience and what drew him to the Upper Midwest to go racing here with the Midwest Truck Series. We also, thanks to his sponsor, Smoky Hollow Campground, have 4 nights of camping for free. We got 2 of these to give away after the show. You got to be here to win. Includes golf cart and 4 bundles of firewood at a time of your choosing in Lodi, Wisconsin, Smoky Hollow Campground. So we have those to give away. We have tickets to Dells Raceway Park to give away. We have tickets to Plymouth Dirt Track to give away. We have die-cast T-shirts, hats. We got some John D. Piazza racing T-shirts to give away. Johnny's on our show tonight. He just raced this past weekend in his bracket racing Vega, so we'll talk to John about that and what he has upcoming with his bracket racing. We also want to tell you that we've got a great program with a formula car sitting outside built by high school students from scratch. New Berlin High School, Learn, Build, Race program. They did it. They also raced one time already in May. They're racing again in October. The program is called Learn, Build, Race Formula USA Student Program. We'll talk to them about how they've applied this after-school program to build a race car and compete against a bunch of different schools. 24 schools showed up at Road America's Briggs & Stratton Motorplex back in May. They have another event planned in October at Madison International Speedway. More about that with Doug Giesfeld and the guys and the students that helped put this together. Doug works at New Berlin School District full-time, so we'll talk to them about this exciting project they have undertaken together collectively on the show. Plus, we got Dean Strom standing by with a chock-full bonafide security solution short track report. We'll also talk about the world of NASCAR and the Indy 500 on the program, thanks to our friends at Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin. And yes, we are live from Polly's Pub and Eatery. Lots to get to, lots to talk about in the world of motorsports from Wisconsin, the Upper Midwest, and around the country. You're in the right place. It's a Tuesday night. We're talking racing on the Racing Roundup Show. Stick with us. We'll be right back after these words.
Thanks for tuning in to the Racing Roundup Show. Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, and like our show on Facebook. Join us on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We're coming right back after these messages from our awesome show sponsors.
This Saturday at Dells Raceway Park, it's the Lyle Nabafel Tribute Night. See 6 exciting divisions of racing action featuring the CWRA Super Late Models in twin feature events and the NASCAR Weekly Late Models. Ben gates open at 3, qualifying 4:30, green flag racing at 6. Get your advance tickets online now at DellsRacewayPark.com. Dells Raceway Park, located 2 miles west of I-90-94 and exit 85, just off Highway 12. Dells Raceway Park, Wisconsin's best racing entertainment.
Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground is your destination for relaxation and fun. There's a full-service bar and restaurant with 54 campsites with full hookups, all less than a mile from the beautiful Wolf River. It's where the locals go in Fremont, Wisconsin. It's also home to the Midwest Mower Racing Club. All roads lead to Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground in Fremont, Wisconsin. Visit their Facebook page for live entertainment and lawnmower racing schedules. Angler's Bar and Grill and Campground.
Interstate Batteries. Outrageously dependable. Life is full of questions. Is the presentation ready for work tomorrow? Why is there so much traffic at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday? Are your in-laws visiting this weekend or next? You've got plenty of things to worry about. Whether your car will start shouldn't be one of them. With an outrageously dependable battery under your hood, you can cross one of those questions off your list, which gives you time to answer more things like,
Are we there yet?
Interstate Batteries, delivering the most trustworthy source of power to the world since 1952.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
Like our show on Facebook and share our content with other race fans. We hope to see you at one of our upcoming shows too. Join racers, other race fans, and win prizes. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program. We're going on the road on June 10th to the Cellar in Oak Creek for Oak Creek Automotive Night. The Cellar's at 812 West Oakwood Road. That's our first road show of the year. June 10th, we're going on the road. Love being here at Polly's. We're going to be back at Polly's on June 17th, and then June 24th, we're heading to LD's Barbecue in East Troy for a bike night and a car show, and you are welcome to join us there as well. Awesome barbecue. LD's Barbecue, new sponsor on the show. LD's Barbecue, Tuesday night, June 24th. Join us there for another road show as we take our show to every cool place we can, including here at Polly's Pub and Eatery. Always has shuttles going on to concerts, to festivals, church festivals, and, of course, every Milwaukee Brewers home game. They've got a lot going on for big concerts, small concerts, so by all means, check out Polly's Pub and Eatery on Facebook and on their website, pollyspubhandeatery.com. And it's really cool to know they've got shuttle service to a lot of places with a lot of different buses, and they are rocking it here. Take the hassle of parking out of your daily routine for when you go into the Brewers game, for example. They'll pick you up, they'll drop you off right outside first base, and you'll go right back on the truck, on the shuttle back here to Polly's. No hassle whatsoever. Just a couple of pops, and the ride is yours. So make sure Polly's is part of your plan versus part of the pain of going to all these cool events, because they have a bunch going on at Polly's Pub and Eatery. Hey, if you're looking to sell or buy a home or commercial property, choose the Rapina Group, Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty. List and buy with confidence. Hire a realtor that has the knowledge and expertise to get your deal done. Not all realtors are the same. Knowledge is power. Hire knowledge. Hire the Rapina Group. Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty, and sell your house with the Rapina Group. Their website, rapinagroup.com. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. We're glad to have you with us on the program. Right now we have a driver who's 6th in points in the High Limit Racing Series. He's racing in Wisconsin next week, but man, he just came off a big race weekend. Port Royal Speedway paying $100,000 to win. Let's welcome in Justin Peck. Justin, welcome back to Wisconsin on the Racing Roundup Show.
Yeah, hey, how's it going?
We are excited to have you on the show. About a year and a half ago, I think it was, we had you on right in the midst of all the things, and you are in the middle of a points battle with the High Limit Racing Series. You're sitting right behind the winner of the Bob Weichert Cash Reitzel, and I'm thinking that you've got Casey Kane and you got a couple other guys behind you. This is an ongoing battle you have with the Rudine Racing team. Tell us how things are going with that beautiful blue and white 26 car this year.
Yeah, I mean, as far as speed out of the race car, I feel like we're sitting pretty good. The handling of everything's been pretty solid for most of the year. It just seems like we keep fine tuning things and making ourselves a little bit faster. And the more I think Ford Performance and I can dial in our engine program, the faster I think we'll get. So just trying out some new combinations with that, and waiting on some new hitters coming from Shaver.
Saturday night, finished 4th in the A behind a couple of guys, 3 guys that know Pennsylvania racing very well: Brent Marks, Lance DeWeese, and Ryan Smith. That was at Port Royal night 1. Night 2, Sunday night, $100,000 to win. You transferred in through the B main, and I'm telling you, your car was fast. I was watching on the Flow Racing coverage. In the B main, you're fast, and come the A, I'm like, what changed? Everybody got fast. I mean, that's hard. That's a hard nut to crack, much less get forward, and you ended up running 15th from starting way back. So tell us about those 2 nights at Port Royal Speedway and the challenge you had and the success you had on Saturday, parlaying into Sunday.
Yeah, I think, Friday started off kind of okay. We were pretty free going into qualifying, and we only ended up qualifying 20th, but you know, that was a little different format than our normal high limit format. So it was kind of based off of points from qualifying in your heat race, and so we started fourth in the heat, ran second, which was enough points, you know, to put us in the redraw, and redrew the 10. Of course, there's only 10 drivers in that redraw. Of course, I had to draw the 10, but was able to battle up to fourth. Had a really strong race car. You know, just everything clicked well. You know, I think had the driver found the top side a little bit sooner in that race, I think, you know, it might have been a little bit different story. Could have been a little bit further towards the front, bound for you know, a better spot, maybe been on the podium. But like I said, all in all, Friday went well. Saturday, or I guess that would have been Saturday, and then I guess Sunday for the Weicker did not go very good. Didn't go as planned. We hurt an engine in qualifying, so qualified terrible. Had just a very okay heat race and ended up started second, finished second. So we had to go through the B. Yeah, like you said, I mean, we were fast in the B. You know, kind of I forget, we started sixth or eighth or whatever it was, and got to third and almost had second there at the line. But you know, the difference with that place, man, it's Port Royal is so tricky. It's so air dependent. So once you start in the back, then, you know, we stand up starting 23rd, and now we're battling all this dirty air, and you're fighting tooth and nail. And, you know, like, it was like me and Danny Dietrich and Brent Marks, and I don't even remember who else. It was like a who's who battling for 15th in that race. And it's just tough, man, when you're racing tooth and nail like that, and then you throw in all that dirty air. It just makes it tough. But, you know, that's just part of the game. And, you know, had to do an engine change on the fly there right before the heat race. So all in all, I'd say it was an okay recovery. I'm just looking forward to putting that behind us and getting to the racetrack on Friday.
Justin Beck's got some racing to do this weekend. He's also racing Tuesday night, June 3rd at 141 Speedway here in Wisconsin at Francis Creek. It's the Race Routine Foundation 26 grand to win race. So there's a little more emphasis, I'm guessing, for your Routine racing team. Kevin and the boys are bringing the big check, and hopefully they keep it in the hauler, I'm guessing, is the main plan, right, for Tuesday night?
Yeah, I definitely don't want to go there and lay an egg, especially when your car is the one sponsoring the race. But yeah, I think, like I said, I was kind of talking to you about this earlier. We should have a new hitter coming next week, so hopefully we'll be geared up and primed up, ready for that race.
Ford Performance behind this team for over a year now. But when it comes to that, are you the only ones running Fords right now in National Sprint Car Racing?
Yeah, so it was TSR and Donnie Schatz kind of spearheaded the whole Ford program, and you know, they decided at some point this year that they were going to switch and go back to the Chevy program. So now we're the lone wolf out there representing that blue oval. So it's kind of a little bit of a pressure, but you know, at the end of the day, we're still kind of in the development process of that deal and just trying to update some stuff and, you know, working on getting the new parts in, new heads basically. We've got a new block design coming as well. So I think it all seemed to click. You know, we had an engine similar. I shouldn't say that. We had one of those engines in with the new heads for 4 races in a row, and just so happened to be the 4 races we didn't run off the podium. So I think if we can get, you know, whole inventory of that, I think there'll be a lot of people wanting to drop a Ford in their race car.
Yeah, 15 races into this series. I'm guessing there'll be a lot of people interested, especially when you run for the first time. High Limits comes to Wisconsin on Wednesday, June 4th as well. It's the Roto-Rooter Midweek Series. They're running back-to-back nights. Red Cedar Speedway, Menominee. The track is in its 52nd season, so as we talk about Wisconsin, all that kind of stuff, you're not from too far away in Monrovia, Indiana. This team is based in the Northwest. How does that model work now as you're traveling around the country? Where are you based, and who's all on the crew?
Yeah, so a couple, I forget how long ago now, but I'm going to say within the last, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years, you know, Routine Racing kind of moved their main operation out to Brownsburg, Indiana. Which works great for me because now I live in Brownsburg, Indiana, so it's great to be able to go to the shop in 10 minutes or less. And we've actually got kind of a little diverse group as far as guys, full-time guys in the shop and working on a race car. So we've got Tyler, my crew chief. He's actually Canadian. He's moved down here about 10 years ago. He's a U.S. citizen now. But it's just kind of funny how that works. We got a guy from a completely different country running the operation, and then we've got Brandon, who's our car chief and our truck driver. He's from Missouri. And then we've got our good buddy A-Rod. He's actually from Pennsylvania, but he's now we're all living here in Brownsburg, working with Kevin Rudine and working with the Rudine Racing team. So it's been a lot of fun. I think I've got Tyler's the youngest one out of all of them. He's 30, and then the rest of them are all older guys. So I've got a lot of experience on my team, and it shows, man. I mean, when we show up to the racetrack, you know, we're 110% ready to go. We've got about the cleanest operation in the pit area, so you can just see the dedication that all these guys put in.
Yeah, a lot of pride in that, and it comes back to how much you care, how much you want to do this, how badly you want to do this. You've got one win this year in Ransomville in New York, and man, that's got to keep you driven, hungry with 6 top 5s already. But that win, I'm guessing, is hopefully one of many, including a couple more clicked off this weekend.
Yeah, truthfully, we started off the year really strong and won the first 3 races of the year down at Volusia, and then kind of went on a cold streak there for a while, and then thought we were going to turn around at Kokomo, and Rico had to steal that win from me coming out of the last corner on the
I
last
wasn't going to bring
lap.
that one up, but man, that had to be a heartbreak. It was like that much for that long, and then he beat you.
Yeah, that was tough, man. That one still stings, but luckily we were all able to put it out of our mind and win the next race out at Ransomville, and then put together a decent weekend in Pennsylvania. Had a little bit of engine trouble a couple nights, but all in all, I had a lot of car speed. So I'm going to go into Lawrenceburg this weekend, and then Butler, Michigan, and then we're going to come up your way and visit the beautiful state of Wisconsin the weekend after, and hopefully pick off a couple more wins.
There are a couple of World of Outlaw races here in Wisconsin after the trip through for High Limit. There's races in Plymouth on June 6th. There's Beaver Dam on June 7th. And racing the Badger Triple, it concludes at Angel Park Speedway in Sun Prairie on Sunday night, June 8th. If all goes to plan, well, we see you a few more times, given the chance that High Limit Racing races just twice, but there's 3 more chances to cash in here in the Badger State.
Yeah, I mean, I love racing in the state of Wisconsin. It's a beautiful area. I've been racing up there for, I don't know, probably 12 plus years now, and we haven't raced there in a couple years, man. I miss all the fans up there because I've kind of grown to know quite a bit of them, just talking to them and being around that area. So if all goes to plan, hopefully we get to spend a little extra time and race with the World of Outlaws. But it's going to be all just kind of engine dependent. We've got a couple new things in the works here with Ford Performance. So if everything's clicking and going to plan, we plan on sticking around for a couple races.
Hey, Justin, thanks a lot for your time. Really appreciate it. I really want to say thanks for being part of this program, and it's great to have a driver of your caliber take some time to join us and also get fired up for what's going to be another great run, and hopefully that everything comes together. And those Ford engines, man, let's kick some tail. Let's have some Blue Oval fun here in Wisconsin. Thanks a lot for joining us on the show.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on.
And now we get to talk a little longer because that was for our TV portion you'll see on CW18 Milwaukee this coming Saturday. Justin, when it comes to this kind of racing, what kind of things do you have to put out of your mind and what kind of things do you have to work on, knowing the high-limit racing is so tough, especially when you had a race where a lot of guys came in and played with you on one of their free ticket nights at Port Royal?
Yeah, you just kind of got to stay focused and try to accomplish the task at hand, which is just winning races and being consistent. That's something like I was saying earlier. That's something my guys are really good at, is being 100% prepared and staying focused. We've all kind of been doing this deal for a long time, just being out on the road and traveling and racing sprint cars. And I think the biggest thing is just preparation. So the more prepared you are, the better opportunity you have, and when things go wrong, like having to do an engine change, you're capable of doing it in 20, 25 minutes, and that's what my guys did and got us back on the racetrack.
Racing for a living has its challenges. How do you end up going up and down the road? Do you have your own little Class C, or do you got a motorhome? Do you just go in the hauler? What's the Justin Peck setup when you get to do this for a living, going full-time literally across North America?
Yeah, so I drive a Ford F-250 about everywhere, man. I tow my merchandise trailer right behind it, and we get up and down the road, man. We're just bumming it in the hotels. I say bumming it, but Kevin Radine takes pretty good care of us. He usually gets us pretty good accommodations. And, personally, I'm a guy. I like traveling with my guys. I like traveling with my race team, kind of being around the race car and just being involved, even if it's not necessarily, rebuilding a junk race car from the night before, just the camaraderie you have, just kind of staying with the guys, just being in touch, taking care of whatever needs to be done. And I'm fortunate enough, my girlfriend's she's pretty good with all that. She travels around with me and sells the merchandise, and she's ate up, man. She comes from a racing family as well, so it's nice that she's all on board too. That's
really good to have that. I mean, think about the time you are traveling in that Ford F-250 going up and down the road. That's a lot of miles you put on. I'm thinking the high limit schedule, is it a little more agreeable, I'd say, doing the 60-some nights? I know that the other series run 80-some nights, and you're gonna run as much as you can, but do you care where you run? Do you want to run every night if you could?
Yeah, I mean, personally, I'd race every day if I could, but it's just not feasible unless it's just not feasible at all. But truthfully, with the high limit schedule, I mean, it is a little less races than say the World of Outlaw shows. But for the 3 big crown jewel sprint car races are World of Outlaw races, and for us, we all go partake in those races anyway. So then you throw in those, just say 10 races, and with the high limit schedule, we're traveling out to the West Coast on 2 separate occasions, and then traveling back east pretty much right after that. The Outlaws race more. This year they're not doing the 2 West Coast swings like they used to. So I don't know. It's tough to say. I mean, on some months, the high limit travels more. On some months, the Outlaws travel more. So it's kind of however you want to play it. With the high limit stuff, we have a little bit more freedom to where we can pick and choose our races that aren't full-time points races. We can go run the Outlaw stuff. We can go run some local stuff. Actually, in June here, pretty much right after we run those Wisconsin races, we're going to be going down to Knoxville to run with the World of Outlaws, and then the weekend right after that, we're going over to Skagit Speedway to run Super Dirt Cup 100,000 win race. So we're going to be traveling, man. We're going to have three West Coast trips this year, so it's a lot of driving.
I see the smiles on your face for a good reason. You get to stomp on the gas and have fun at the highest level you possibly can get. High Limit Racing has been fun to watch. You can watch it on Flow Racing. Justin Peck, where can we find you on socials to buy that merch and follow along with you?
Yeah, you can check me out on social media on Facebook at Justin Peck Racing. On Twitter and Instagram, it's Justin_Peck5. You can hit the Shop JP store up at shopjp.store. We've got a lot of good stuff. Actually, we're mostly sold out at the moment. Here it should be either tomorrow or the next day. I'll have a big reorder of merchandise coming in, so it should be fully stocked.
Sounds awesome. Hey, thanks a lot for your time again. We really appreciate it. Everybody give it a hand for Justin Peck. What a great guy. What a great time we had talking to you here on the Racing Roundup Show. Thanks, man.
Yep, thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Justin Peck joining us here on the Racing Roundup program. We've got a young 14-year-old racer out of Georgia that's racing for the first time in the Midwest Truck Series on our program. We got some high school kids here with us. They're going to be talking about their build program, Learn, Build, Race, LBR, Learn, Build, Race out of New Berlin High School. They brought their Formula car down to the show. Bill Holland is here again. We're talking about racing at Madison International Speedway. It's exciting to be part of what we do. We get to do this every Tuesday, and we're thankful that you're along for the ride on this week's show. We're coming right back with more on this edition of the Racing Roundup program. Stay tuned.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Share what you love about truck track racing on our Facebook page and on Twitter and Instagram at Racing Roundup. We'll be right back with more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Get your whole family involved in affordable, competitive kart racing at Millwright Raceway in Dousman, Wisconsin, home of the Badger Kart Club. Walk the pit area, talk to racers, and check out the action from the grandstands. There's a play area for the kids and great food at the concession stand. Spectator admission is free. Badger Kart Club points racers and National Touring Series race on the challenging paved road course most Sundays from April through September. Badger Kart Club is well established and well respected. There's 15 classes and over 100 drivers racing every week. From ages 5 to 75, kart racing offers competition for generations of racers of all ages. Bring the kids and check out kart racing for yourself at one of America's finest kart tracks. This is where Alan Kowicki, Danica Patrick, Sam Mayer, and Josh Palicki got their start. Millwright Raceway is just south of I-94 in Dousman, 35 miles west of Milwaukee, and 45 miles east of Madison. For all the latest information, directions, and race schedule, visit BadgerKartClub.com.
Adams Towing offers expert heavy-duty towing services for the entire state of Wisconsin from their Plover headquarters. Since 1961, 3 generations of heavy-duty towing specialists and racing supporters have provided towing, flatbed, and reload service, plus winching and upright, long boom service, truck starting, and cleanup. Adams Towing proudly sponsors Ryan Farrell's Super Late Model team. Put Adams Towing and their experienced team and their fleet of heavy-duty tow trucks and rollbacks to work for you. Call Adams Towing today at 715-344-3836.
427-1000 American Foundation. Cracks and leaks in your basement, have no fears. We've been fixing those things for over 60 years. Trust and dedication, that's American Foundation.
Call American right now for huge savings.
427-1000 American Foundation.
When we decided to get our crack-leaky basement done, I am so glad we called American Foundation. It gave us a sense of confidence, and it gave us our basement back.
And it was the right choice.
Thank you very much.
American Foundation Specialist has been fixing basements since 1947. Satisfied customers are the future at American. Call American for huge savings at
427-1000. American Foundation.
Precise Auto and Truck Accessories is your one-stop shop when it comes to adding style and functionality to your vehicles. Owner and late model racer Mike Grunberg has 15 years of experience installing window tinting, cat skin leather, seat heaters and seat coolers. There's a million accessories available. Ladder racks, trailer hitches, detailing, remote starters, and more. Precise Auto and Truck Accessories in Wisconsin Dells is a WeatherTech Diamond dealer. Bring your vehicle to the trusted guy, Mike Grunberg at Precise Auto and Truck Accessories.
The Racing Roundup Show is dedicated to showcasing grassroots racers and national stars of our sport. If you're a fan of NASCAR, four-wheel, two-wheel, road racing, drag racing, or the short track scene, you are in the right place. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back indeed to our Racing Roundup program on our Tuesday night, May 27th. It's time now for the Interstate Batteries of Southeast Wisconsin NASCAR Report. Interstate batteries are outrageously dependable and are the #1 replacement battery in North America. Interstate is a founding sponsor of Joe Gibbs Racing. Visit interstatebatteries.com to find a battery for every need at a dealer near you. Ross Chastain cut a tire, spun and crashed in Saturday's practice in his primary Cup Series car. The Kenosha, Wisconsin-sponsored Jockey brand Chevrolet was on his #1 Chevy, and the backup car was put to work. The team worked out until 2:30 in the morning, went back at 5:30 Sunday morning, came out, brought the car out. They didn't even qualify. They started 40th, and Ross Chastain went on to win his first Coke 600 on Sunday night. William Byron absolutely dominated the race, led 283 of 400 laps, changed the lead 9 times with Denny Hamlin in the last portion of the race, but when it came down to it, Chastain's car was a better handling piece, and Chastain was the winner of the Coke 600. Stratford, Wisconsin's Derek Cross made a deal a little over a week ago, he told me, at Hickory Motor Speedway to race the number 44 New York Racing Chevy in the Cup Series race. Derek finished 32nd in his first Cup Series race of the season. Slinger resident Josh Blakey dropped out with a fuel pressure issue and was credited with 33rd on Sunday night. Charlotte native William Byron won Saturday's NASCAR Xfinity Series race at Charlotte. On fresher tires, he passed Justin Allgaier on the penultimate lap. Sammy Smith's fifth-place finishing Chevy was underweight and was DQ'd from 5th. Got docked to last place. That means Sam Mayer of Franklin, Wisconsin was credited with 11th, and Rhinelander's Parker Resloff was out early with engine issues. Corey Heim walked him in Friday night's NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series race. Wausau resident Luke Fenhouse finished on the lead lap in 19th. Nino resident Ty Majeski was caught up in a front stretch wreck and finished the race 31 laps down, but finished in 32nd. I was there on Friday evening for the ARCA Menard Series race. It was good to see Austin Green. That's the son of David Green, the NASCAR Busch Series champion. Austin went and ran his second ARCA race and walked off with the victory from the Pinnacle Racing Group number 82. It was good to see all those guys in victory lane. William Sowalich, his Toyota, finished second after suffering nose damage from a lap 39 restart crash, triggered by Cletus McFarland's misstep on older tires. Went wiggly, and sideways in front of the field, and it didn't end well for a lot of teams. Kyle Larson's bid for the double is over. A light rainfall delayed the start of the Indy 500. He was checking his watch and a lot of worry about how to be there, when to leave. He had a hard out time to leave Indianapolis. Larson later admitted he would have had to pull out during the Indy 500, pull in to make the time to race the entire 600 miles in Charlotte. Larson started his IndyCar second Indy 500 in 19th, but spun and crashed on a restart. It was crazy. He was in the middle of the pack. He was kind of running through things, and I think the TV guy said he might have downshifted because it was such a slow chugging start. And when he popped back in the gear, the rear end went away on him into turn 1 and caught up 2 other cars in the melee. Larson then got in the chopper. Once he landed in Charlotte, he got out of that chopper and ran the Charlotte Cup race. He actually got up to the lead, was running second to spin off a turn 4 by himself on lap 43. Larson's Cup race ended on lap 245 in a crash involving Bubba Wallace, Ryan Blaney, and Daniel Suarez. Ironically, those 4 guys, including Larson, were all in this NASCAR Next group. I remember seeing those guys come through and like, okay, these are the guys to watch. NASCAR put a lot of money into traveling them around the country together. And unfortunately, all 4 of them got stuck in the same accident. On Monday, Larson traveled back to Indy for the Indy 500 awards dinner, at which he told Fox Sports 1 that a double is likely not going to happen again due to timing crunch to make it work logistically, and that he'd love to racing on the Indy 500 someday, but not the double. Alex Palou had been the dominant force in Indy cars the last several years, couple-time champion, won 3 of the first 5 races this year, heading into Sunday's Indy 500. As strategy played out, a pass on Marcus Ericsson well before the finish decided the outcome of the 109th running of the greatest spectacle in racing in front of a sold-out crowd. Palou pocketed $3.8 million for the win, his first. It was the team owner Chip Ganassi's 7th Indy 500 victory as an owner, if you include his co-owner victory in 1989 with driver Emerson Fittipaldi with Pat Patrick, And if you have the old cassette tape from our show, we're going off the air the Monday before the 8500, 1989, and I was asked, who's your pick to win, Jim? And the last thing you heard me say before the coverage cut off was Emerson Fittipaldi. I got that right. The next year, I was in the same position. I said, I better do some more studying. No, none of this impulsive stuff. And I picked Ari Leindijk. Ari Leindijk won the 1990 8500. I stopped guessing after that. 2 for 2, I'm good. I'm not going to do that again. But what a great day in front of a lot of folks. I do want to tell you that Marcus Ericsson's day went from second to bad. He and his Andretti Motorsports teammate both got docked penalties for aero infractions. They both got their finish positions stripped, so Ericsson would have pocketed $667,000 that David Malukas got. He got docked down to 31st place in the finish and was docked an additional $100,000 fine for aero infractions. Callum Elliot's team Prema car also had rear wing violation and was the third DQ in the post-race deck, so 3 cars got DQ'd after the race in Indy. I'd like to remind you, the IndyCar Series races June 19th through 22nd at Road America. For tickets and any available camping spots left for the IndyCar Expel Grand Prix weekend, you can find them at roadamerica.com. The Moto America Superbikes are in action this weekend at America's National Park of Speed, Road America, along with the Vintage Moto Fest at Road America. Friday's qualifying. Races happen on both Saturday and Sunday. The Dairyland Classic flat track races also take place Friday night at Plymouth Dirt Track. So that's kind of a cool look at what's going to come and what's still to come at one of the best road courses and area in the world. So it's glad to be part of that as well. And glad to have you along for the ride tonight on this program. This portion of our show is brought to you by the Midwest Truck Series, which is supported by the Otter Inn in Randolph and Wagner Automotive. Congrats to Monday afternoon's winner, Derek Meyer, a first-time winner in the series at Golden Sand Speedway, in what was Toby Chassis' third big win of the weekend. For all the latest news and series info, stay tuned to our show and visit MidwestTruckSeries.com. After tonight's show, we have some great giveaways we talked about early on. Make sure you get your chance to come down and enjoy something, including a very cool giveaway from our next guest's sponsor, a campground in Lodi, Wisconsin. We'll talk about that in a moment as I set my little timer here for our next guest on the racing program. Let's welcome into the driver that's racing with Bryce Miller Motorsports in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Racing Roundup Show. Glad to have you with us on this program. Joining us now is a 14-year-old racer out of Georgia that said, you know what, I want to go racing. I want to go racing in the Midwest Truck Series with Bryce Miller Motorsports. Let's welcome in Austin Warner. Austin, welcome to the Racing Roundup Show.
Hi, it's great to be here, and thank you for welcoming me here.
What had the decision? Well, who made the decision saying, okay, Austin, we want you to race some more, or you want to race Legends cars? Great, we've done that, done really well. But now let's go truck racing. What drew you to the Midwest Truck Series and Bryce Miller Motorsports?
It started at Southern Nationals in Legends Racing where I met Bryce Miller.
Okay.
After that, he started following me with Legends, saw my times, and said, hey, I want you to race the Midwest Truck Series. So I signed a contract last year, and now I'm here racing full-time.
So how does your time split? Because I'm guessing you aren't doing a whole lot of other racing other than the Midwest Truck Series, but you've got 4 races during the past couple of months. How do you balance all that by living in Georgia and coming to these races?
It's not that much of balancing. I'm right now focusing all on the Midwest Truck Series. I'm not doing any racing right now. I have an Outlaw at home, but we're not racing that right now. So right now all of our attention is focused on the Midwest Truck Series.
Austin Warner racing in the Midwest Truck Series full-time. They raced again this past Monday. They raced at a lot of different racetracks around the upper Midwest. I love the series and the competition. Bryce Miller's a winner in that series. He also is racing in a super late model lot this year. So what has he taught you as a mentor? Because he did a lot of mentoring even in the Legends cars when he's racing, and then afterward, how has that helped you kind of get up to speed here racing the trucks?
It's helped me a lot because he has years in the Midwest Truck Series. So he knows a lot about the truck and everything about the racing, other drivers, the lines, and speed. So that has been a really big help with me racing with all these veterans.
High-level karting to Legends and now to the Truck Series. What are the biggest adjustments you've had to make at this young age?
A lot of the adjustments is the speed control and going around from road courses, turning left to right, to just going left the entire time.
And I'm guessing a go-kart, you can pretty much stab and steer anywhere you want to go.
Yes.
Legends car, you kind of figure out how to that throttle control, to not spin the tires, but now you're racing in a full-blown Midwest Truck Series truck in 50 laps, and you got guys that are racing it for, I don't know, the 200th time, to other fellow rookies like you trying to figure this out, and it doesn't get any easier, does it?
No, it does not. It is a really hard sport, but everyone is very nice, and I appreciate all of their help.
And what does Bryce Miller's dad and Mark and you and Bryce work on when it comes to preparation for these races in the Midwest Truck Series?
It's more about kind of tire control, focusing on the truck. A lot of things is showing the track, maybe doing a couple of track walks here and there, but mostly focusing on the truck and getting preparations for the truck in the next race.
We have a little time between this race and the next one. What are you going to do? What are you going to focus on when you get back home? Maybe you're going to watch video on what you did in the last couple races, or are you going to look ahead to see if you can catch any video of the next couple races you're going to?
Look ahead and watch the next couple races.
Okay.
Look back, maybe watch some races that was there at Marshfield, which is the next track I'm going to. And, yeah, that's pretty much it.
It's a half mile. Marshfield is on June 21st for the Midwest Truck Series, a 50-lapper. That's going to be a longer race, and I'm guessing that the acclimation to that is like, okay, I've got to race at these size tracks. What do you enjoy about racing at all these different racetracks around the upper Midwest?
I like enjoying it because it's my first time there, racing against all these veterans who's been there probably for like 100th time.
Yeah.
And then just going in and trying to do the best that I can. First time there.
Is it your first time with radios you can talk to and from the team, or is it a one-way radio? What do you have set up in the truck for communication when you're racing?
Communications is a big step with the spotter and other teams, focusing on me and telling me what's around me and surrounded. But I got used to that really quickly, and that's actually a big step, and I really like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, you kind of want it, right? You're like, okay, give me more information. What can I do here? What's different about that? Are there any drivers you've talked to? I know Bryce is super busy with his super late models. That's the go-to. That's your team. But are there any other drivers you've sought information out, or they've come to you and said, hey, that was a good job, or hey, maybe you want to try this next time? What's that like, and who have you been talking to as far as fellow competitors in the truck series?
There's a couple competitors that's come down to me, just congratulating me from doing good, and they're not really afraid of me because most rookies are squirrels out in the track.
I didn't say that. I didn't say it. How do you prevent not being a squirrel? Because there's so much to learn.
Really, what I say is confidence, but also is learning the track, learning the truck. Get some preparations first, and then you'll do good.
And I like the idea you've got a veteran team around you. Bryce is very patient, I know, by knowing Bryce and being on the show and being around him and his parents and having Andrew Morrissey and guys like that are really smart about shocks and springs. I mean, how much are you absorbing that? How much do you want to get involved? How much are you making changes at this early point in the truck series? And if it's okay if it's a short answer. What are you doing to contribute to this team?
I'm contributing fully to this team. I focus on every conversation that I can get into, want to listen to every word that I can possibly can.
And when it comes to racing the Midwest Truck Series, how many trucks do you have? How many motors do you have? I'm guessing you got 6 of each, right? Just laying there hanging out?
Mostly tires.
Just tires?
Yep.
One tire race, one truck, one engine. It's got to be kind of cool to just get this chance to do this.
Yes, it is very cool, very big step, and I'm hoping this will lead me more to the way and progressively grow.
I talked to your mom before the show. Jessica said her husband, your dad, is a big motorcycle guy.
Yes.
That's kind of what you started doing. What's it like now pursuing what you hope to be a path to where someday?
NASCAR is
All right.
what I really want to do.
Okay. So you see this as a step, and you're there. I really love the fact that the Midwest Truck Series is racing with other series, with other divisions a lot. So you get a chance to see and pay attention to other things. Have you asked Bryce for a little hot lapping yet in the super late?
No, I have not, but I probably will soon.
Mark Miller got really high eyebrows. I didn't know his eyebrows went up that high when I asked that question. He's like, what? He's hanging out with us here tonight at the show. The fun part about this is you get to experience all this, and you also are in between finishing up 8th grade, and when does freshman year of high school start for you?
When I get back home in Georgia.
So like in a week, you're going to high school?
Yes.
Wow. All right. That's a lot to take in, a lot to cover. Yeah. When it comes to your sponsors, I know we've got a beautiful program here. If you want to come down and win this, thanks to your sponsor, Smoky Hollow Campground, we have 4 free nights of camping, including a golf cart and 4 bundles of firewood. This is an awesome deal. It's in Lodi, Wisconsin. It's a wonderful drive. It's not that far from anywhere. And you've got 2 of these to give away. How have they been helpful, and what other sponsors do you have helping your program, Austin?
My sponsor right now is Warner Excavation, which my dad runs a construction company, making some good money and stuff. Also, Mac Motorsports, they've been a big help. They've always supported me and done everything they can possibly can. Bryce Miller Motorsports, one who's helped me get into the Midwest Truck Series.
Yep.
And Lamarck, Club Lamarck, which is the sponsor.
So in 10 years, you're old enough to drink. I'm kidding. You're 14. It's not that long. But that's great to have Stan involved. I mean, that's really neat to have sponsors behind you that are so supportive of you and this team. Anybody on the crew that you want to give credit to or recognize?
Mark Miller, Cindy Miller, Bryce Miller. Also my spotter, Jake. And his girlfriend, Bryce's girlfriend, all their support and help in progressively making me better.
When I was at Madison for the Joe Shear Classic, I saw your mom making about 1,000 steps. I don't know where she was going, but she was never sitting still. What does your mom do at the racetrack with you?
Really support me, get me pumped up. Sometimes wants me to listen to music.
All right. Does she pick the music or do you pick the music?
We both teeter-totter on the thing.
Does it matter if you do good or not, what music you listen to? It's like, okay, I better listen to mom's music now. I'll get refocused here. How does that choice go?
I really tell my mom what I want to do, but sometimes she picks really great music, and I can't disagree with that.
When it comes to following you, how can we get a hold of what you're doing, and how can we follow Austin Warner on social media?
You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook. Those are really the two platforms that you can really follow me. You can also watch me race at Pit Road TV. Mm-hmm. That is another great platform that you can watch me race.
Awesome. How about a big hand for Austin Warner? Pretty good conversation we've had thus far. Austin, thanks a bunch for your time. We want to thank you for joining us here on the Racing Roundup Show and wish you nothing but the best of success. And thanks for taking some time to join us and get to know you a little bit.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Really appreciate it. Make sure you sign our Bob Trado Sign Writer backdrop. It's right over here. More of the Racing Roundup Show. When we come back, we have Bill Hollins in the groove on the way from Madison. Dean Strom's got a Bonafide Security Solutions report. And we're going drag race with John D. Piazza in our next segment. Stick around.
Join the racing crowd every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Central all season long. Contact us on our website, racingroundupshow.com. We'll be right back with more of the Upper Midwest and Wisconsin racing scene, NASCAR, and the world of motorsports.
The Gravely Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
At Automatic Transmission Design, we know your vehicle is important to you. When your transmission needs servicing, take it to the best. ATD in Germantown, Wisconsin. ATD understands how important it is to get your vehicle fixed right the first time. When you take your vehicle to ATD, our ASC trained technicians will run diagnostic tests to pinpoint the exact problem and answer any questions you may have before repairs begin. ATD has been providing high-quality, honest repairs to customers for over 15 years. We service all makes and models using the best parts and equipment available. When you come to ATD, you will get an honest assessment of the problem, simple explanations, experienced technicians, competitive pricing, high-quality parts, and their 100% guarantee. Money is not the goal at ATD. It is the result of fixing the problem and returning the vehicle to you. That is their goal. The next time your vehicle needs quality transmission service, give Charlie a call at 262-251-7777 or visit autotransdesign.com.
Jiffy Lube has locations across Wisconsin to serve you. Visit jiffylube.com to locate your store and to find the latest coupons and promotional offers. You're greeted by a friendly and knowledgeable staff. Grab a water or coffee and know you and your vehicle are in good hands. Windshield wipers, new tires, and alignments are a few of the many services offered. Jiffy Lube proudly features Pennzoil. There's a whole lot more than no appointment drive-up oil changes at Jiffy Lube. Welcome to personalized car care. Wisconsin race fans, find your store at jiffylube.com.
Organize like the pros with Hefner Racing Products. Take your trailer to the next level. Upgrade your garage, streamline your shop. Whether you're tearing up the track or tackling home projects, Hefner Racing Products has you covered with the best made and widest variety of organizational accessories made right here in Wisconsin. Shop online now at hrpracing.com.
Mower Series at Olson Outdoor Power is raising the bar on performance with smarter controls, longer run times, and more comfort. Add in layaway and financing from Olson's, and there's no lawn you can't conquer. Buy the best from the best. Gravely at Olson's Outdoor Power, Muskego.
Check out our website, racingroundupshow.com, to watch show archives, see photos from decades of our program, and links to support our awesome show advertisers. Now let's get back to more of the Racing Roundup Show.
Welcome back to our program on this Tuesday evening. Glad to have you with us here at the Racing Roundup headquarters, Polly's Pub and Eatery. We're here next week as well. And then June 10th, we're heading to the Cellar in Oak Creek for the Oak Creek Automotive Night. June 17th, back here at Polly's. June 24th, we're headed to LD's Barbecue in East Troy to hang out with the bike night and outside with a bunch of cool people and some bands. So make sure you join us there. Our schedule's on our website, racingroundupshow.com. It's now time to bring in my friend Dean Strom. Guess what, Dean? It's time for the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report, and you've got the goods.
You don't think it isn't?
welcome back to the show.
Hey, I heard you telling everybody about your prognosticating.
My picking.
Your picking
Yeah.
of the Indy 500?
Yeah.
Good job.
Two
Good
for
job.
two. I stopped in 1990.
Did you
I
tell
stopped.
everybody how you once DVR'd the Weather Channel?
Yes,
when
I did.
You thought you
yeah.
were DVRing the Indy 500?
The last time the Indy 500 was rain delayed on a Sunday to a Monday, my friend Dean here and my former friend Jimmy, that brings it up every time I talk to him, said, "Hey, Jim, how's the weather?" Because I would check the weather, and I recorded the Weather Channel instead of the Indy 500 for 3 hours the last time IndyCar postponed the Indy 500.
The Weather Channel, appointment TV. Yep.
But as a VHS, that's how long ago that was. Thank you for bringing that up, Dean.
It's time for the Bonafide Security Solutions Short Track Report. For cameras and alarm systems for your home or business, program card access, custom-made security doors, on-call locksmith work, and more, it's a lock. Support the racers at Team Bonafide by calling 262-790-9400 or go online, bonafidesafe.com. Bonafide protects what you value. Let's start where I was Sunday night, Slinger Super Duper Speedway.
Where were you, Dean?
Slinger Super Duper Speedway.
You just said that. Sorry.
On the PA.
Yep.
Yeah. Great night of racing.
Good.
My goodness. Our Slinger coverage brought to you by Ricardo's Pizza, located in downtown Greendale. Since 1970, Ricardo's is owned by racer Richie Locke and his family. Ricardo's Pizza takes pride in their dough made fresh daily, fresh produce, signature sauce, and Wisconsin's best cheeses. Order the best at ricardosgreendale.com. Before the fireworks overhead, 100-lap super late model feature, it was a dandy. Alex Prunty, Brad Miller, Grant Griesbach, Ryan Farrell, Justin Mondyke all took turns either at the front or near the front of the field. Mondyke was leading, got together with Prunty, just a racing deal, just hard racing, going for the win, and got punted back to fourth. Thought his night was going to be chance for a victory was done. Drove back up from fourth to the lead, and then we had a caution with about 8 laps to go and had to withstand a furious challenge from Brad Miller on the outside. It was just some really, really, really good racing. Brad Miller did finish second. Alex Prunty was third. Steve Apel, for the second week in a row, had fast time. It is just crazy, Jim, how fast and how on the button and on the chip these guys are now at Slinger. Race pace was an 11.5. Qualifying was at 11.0 or 11.1. And 100-lap race pace was 11.5.
Wow.
It was crazy how quick it was and has been. It's just some fantastic racing there at Slinger.
That was win number 2 of the weekend for Toby Chassie.
It was.
Win number 1 was coming up on the report from Tennessee.
Well, also, Justin Mondyke won at Norway earlier in the weekend.
Okay, that was win number 3 of 4.
Saturday night, Founders Night at Wilmot Raceway, an annual night that honors the founders of the Interstate Racing Association. Chris Klemko won the Autometer Wisconsin Wingless feature. And Chris's company, CK Contractors LLC.com, sponsors our Wilmot Raceway and Wisconsin Wingless Sprints coverage. Hire the pros at CK Contractors, Lake Michigan Shore Restoration, lot grading, excavation, retention pond building, and more. Visit CKContractorsLLC.com. That win for Klemko was his second of the season at Wilmot. Joel Myers Jr., Santa Rosa, California, beat recent show guest Scotty Neitzel to the finish line, bumper-to-bumper IRA Outlaw Sprint Series. Myers also set fast time, faster than 36 other IRA Outlaw sprints. Danny Schlafer of Schlafer's Auto Body finished 5th. Logan Julian won the B-Main to advance to the big show. This Friday night, May 30th, Wisconsin Wingless joined by the American Sprint Car Tour at Wilmot Raceway. Gates open at 5. Visit wilmotraceway.com. And then on Sunday, it's the Monster Truck Throwdown. Again, wilmotraceway.com for more details. Mitch McGrath, Crown King, Wabam Dirt Kings Dirt Late Model Tour at Shawano Speedway at the half mile on Saturday night. BMRE Electric Karts Brad Miller raced to 3rd. Friday night, Joel Bennett was the winner in Dirt Kings action, Seymour Speedway. Bradley was 6th. Bradley was worn out by Sunday night at the end of the 100-lapper. 2 dirt late model features in a row, Friday and Saturday, and then a 100-lapper on the pavement on Sunday. He was worn out.
Well, last time he was on the show, he was sitting with John DiPiazza, and I'm guessing John will reserve his words until we have time to talk to John about it, what he would say to Brad Miller about falling out of the seat.
Diamond Wheels sponsors the weekly Division Fast Dash at Dells Raceway Park and brings us the happenings at DRP. Diamond Wheels is your destination for stock car, road racing, autocross, beadlock wheels for off-road, and dirt track, custom chrome finished wheels, and a whole lot more. Visit DiamondRacingWheels.com. Hall of Famer, friend of the show, the Franklin Flyer, Bill Preetzel, won the NASCAR Weekly Modified feature Saturday night at Dells Raceway Park. Dave Trout stayed undefeated in 4 sportsman features at DRP. Waylon Robinson prevailed in the hobby stocks. Mike Litchfield of Partyville won it for the second time in late model feature action. This Saturday night, Lyle Nabafelt Tribute Night, 6 exciting divisions, twin features, CWRA Super Late Models. Save money, buy your tickets in advance at DellsRacewayPark.com. Friday night, winners, Wisconsin's fastest half mile at Madison International Speedway. Randy Sargent, Big 8 Late Models. Scott Gardner Jr. in the Mid-Am Stock Car Series. Lincoln Kane in the Legends division. And past show guest Emily Billings in the Bandos, who is having quite the season so
she
far
sure
here
is.
in
Track
2025.
records and wins, yeah.
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 Good to see. This Friday at Madison, double features for the late models, misfits, 6 shooters, and bandits. 2-for-1 admission coupon. Locations to attend this Friday night at misracing.com. Learn more about that. Defending IRA Outlaw champ Scotty Field drove his sprint car through a sliver of a gap, entering turn 3. Race past Todd King's machine, 2 to go. Remaining 2 remaining to seal the victory. Sunday night at 141 Speedway, Brian Strain Jr. of Paris, Wisconsin, won both IRA Lightning Sprint features. Sunday at 141, Saturday at Wilmot Raceway. Saturday night, Jefferson Speedway. In just his 3rd Midwest Tour start, Jevon Goralski raced to the win. Salute the Troops 100. 17-year-old from Wausau and his team spent long hours repairing the super late model that he crashed the previous Saturday at WIR. Said it wasn't as bad as it looked, and I thought it looked pretty bad. Started 6th and went to 2nd by lap 25, and on a restart, he got past Casey Johnson to make the move exiting turn 2. After the invert, Casey Johnson got to start on the pole. I thought we were in for a snoozer.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Jevon Goralski took care of that. Won by 2 seconds over Casey Johnson and new track record holder Levon Vandergeest. Jordan Thiel won the Thursday night show opener, super late models at Wisconsin International Raceway in Kaukauna. Held off the challenges of weekly contenders Grant Griesbach and Andy Monday. And it happened on a night honoring Lowell Bennett for 50 years of racing at WIR. That's a big number.
That's cool.
That is really cool. Lowell's son Brazen won the 20-lap Pro Late Model feature. Rick Spoo and Henry Neerdales each won 50-lap quarter-mile late model features. Dylan Wenzel drove Craig Hauser's station wagon to victory in the Super Stocks. Results from Wisconsin International Raceway brought to you by Ken Sports in Kaukauna and Green Bay. Ken Sports is Wisconsin's largest power sports dealer. Home of the best names in fun, new and used. 2 wheels on the road, trail riding, on the water. KenSports.com, KenSportsGreenBay.com. Got time for more?
Yep.
Derek Kraus races full-time ASA Stars National Tour. They raced Thursday night at Hickory Motor Speedway in North Carolina. Derek ran 11th. Friday, he practiced his super late model at Newport Speedway, 160 miles from Hickory. Then went back to Charlotte area for the NASCAR Cup Series. Ran Charlotte.
He practiced all day
Saturday. Yeah. Went back to Newport for the ASA Stars race number 2 on the weekend. No laps in practice, no laps in qualifying. Started last, and by halfway, Derek Kraus was up to 2nd on a track that has some Slinger Super Speedway tendencies.
It does. I was there. Yeah, a little longer straightaways. You take the little rubber band and stretch out a little bit on the straightaways.
And then,
a little flatter.
and then the straightaways flatten out a little bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, but that'll be interesting to see how that plays out for Derek. Missed the pit lane on lap 180 on a lap 180 caution. Was the only car that stayed out. Went back to green. Of course, he went backwards, but then got a caution at lap 200. Came in for 4 tires. Raced all the way back up to the lead by lap 273. And he went on to the win. That's a big deal. This is a family-based team. His dad, Mark, is crew chief. Uncle Greg is the jackman. His mom, Kathy, was there helping out, fuel the car.
Doing the fuel, yeah. Helping with the fuel jug.
Jason Ack was on tires, and Derek's sister, Lauren, she was there helping as well. So it was just what a big win for a family team. That was really cool to see.
Yeah.
Thursday night's race at Hickory also saw Chase Elliott race a super late model for the 5th time in ASA Stars National Competition. Elliott raced his way through the field twice to finish 2nd to Colby Howard in that Anthony Campy racing machine. It was Howard's first tour win. Bobby Pierce banked 75 large. Like the lingo?
Yeah, it is. It's kind of catchy.
Yeah.
Big money.
75 large, Lucas Oil Speedway in Missouri, claiming his 2nd career Show Me 100. Jonathan Davenport, Hudson O'Neill completed the top 3 at Anderson Speedway in Indiana. It was a little 500.
Yep.
We thought that Dakota Armstrong was going to be the winner. He crossed first. After Tech, the win was handed to Jake Trainer.
DQ and post-race tech.
Yeah.
Something digital something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I heard you talking about the big sprint car races coming to Wisconsin. My, oh my, there's a boatload of them.
Yep.
Full plate. We got High Limit Tuesday night, June 3rd at 141 Speedway. That's next Tuesday night. Francis Crick, Racer and Dean Foundation, $26,000 to win. High Limits return then Wednesday, June 4th at Red Cedar Speedway in Menominee. And then the Outlaws are in southeastern Wisconsin. Friday night, June 6th at Plymouth. Saturday night, June 7th at Beaver Dam. And Sunday night, June 8th at Angel Park Speedway at the Badger State Triple. If you're an open wheel fan, get off the couch and go watch some action in person.
Sunday night, June 8th at Angel Park. Friday night, June 6th, Plymouth Dirt Track. Saturday night, June 7th, Beaver Dam. It's kind of a big weekend.
Yeah. Huge.
Yep. Thanks, Dean. Is that it?
That's it.
You sure?
Unless you got some more for me.
Nope, I'm good.
Is that
good.
it? No,
a lot of racing.
There we
A
go.
lot of racing.
Lot of
Thanks,
racing.
Dean.
You're welcome, Jim.
We're going straight line racing right here, right now. This portion of our show is brought to you by BMRE Electric Carts in Random Lake. That's Brad Miller's company. Icon e-bikes are what he sells. They go 25 miles per hour and can go 40 miles between charges, and BMRE is now selling gas-powered golf carts, e-bikes and scooters in your choice of colors and options. Brad Miller is Wisconsin's only Icon gas and electric carts dealer. Check out their Facebook page, BMRE Electric Carts Company. They can go fast from start to finish, and a driver that's sitting next to me that's cashed some big checks going start to finish in a quarter mile in a 1,000-foot race. Let's welcome in bracket racer extraordinaire from A&A Tire, John DiPiazza. John, welcome back to the show.
Thanks for having me. I love being here.
Thanks for being on the program. You brought some friends with us tonight. We're going to learn more about a high school program you're involved in at New Berlin High School and their Learn, Build, Race program. It's kind of Learn, Build, Race. I got to get it right. Learn, Build, Race. That's kind of neat. You get to be involved with youngsters as you do between all the racing you get to do.
So I didn't really get to be involved.
All right.
Which I just got to be a very small part. We mounted the tires for them. But I think everything that they're doing is absolutely awesome. The guy actually that helped me build the Vega when we rebuilt it is part of this whole program. So when they come up later, but the car's sitting outside, it's neat because you can tell that they all had their hands in it.
Yeah.
It's cool. I got to see it actually all together for the first time tonight. So it's neat. It's an opportunity that kind of develops the skills, the mechanics, the idea of what it takes to actually do it. You can't just like put everything together and
right.
You have to go step by step by step. So it's good for younger kids to learn that, and especially like Austin here. I mean, it's pretty unbelievable to see all that transition.
Yeah. And you as a young kid with your brother were like, man, Dad, when's it our turn? We want to race the Vega. When do we get a chance? When do we get a chance? You grew up in this sport of drag racing.
I grew up in this sport, and actually my brother's sitting back there. We're pretty lucky.